8:45, some dangerous creatures have been washing ashore on Florida's east coast. Pretty to look at, but they pack a punch if you touch. And they're not jellyfish, they're man-o-war.
I just realized, I feel like every week we're doing some other species in Florida that's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And, this is the Portuguese man of war. You mentioned, Russell, that this is not a jellyfish, and it's not. However, it does obviously look like one. It's kind of related to one. It's a species of what they call siphonophore. Okay, it's generally clear, obviously that gelatinous look to it. It's a marine creature made up of little clones that all work together as one. It's really amazing how it does work. But it got its name Portuguese Man of War because when it's stretched out over the water, maybe 6 or 12 inches above the water, it looks like a Portuguese battleship right there when it was opened with its sail. So that's how it got its name, really? Portuguese Man of War.
I've heard of these things all my life, and I didn't know where that name came from.
That's exactly where the name came from. They're typically like purple, blue, or pink in color. So the question is, why are we having a problem with them now? If you remember, in the middle of February, we broke into a weather pattern where we had an east wind and a southeast wind for days and days and days and days and days, and all of a sudden thousands of these started washing up on shore. Here's the thing with them. They're obviously out in the ocean, out in the Gulf, but they can't move. They don't have arms. They can't swim. They're at the mercy of the winds and the currents.
So they drift.
They drift. They're just pushed around, and sometimes they can be in packs of thousands. Really? Their tentacles can be about 100 feet long. Okay, and those tentacles are filled with stinging nematocysts. They're microscopic barbed tubes that deliver venom. And that venom is there for them to kill small fish and crustaceans, which they feed on. But if humans come into action, of course, with those little barbed wire cysts, then, of course, we can get stung. So the best thing to do first of all, if you're at the beach, especially the East Coast next week, look for the purple flag. The purple flag would indicate that we have marine life issues out there. And maybe don't go in the water, but let's say you did. Okay, and you were stung. All the lifeguards along the East Coast now are carrying this vinegar. So you would need to rinse it off with vinegar, remove the tentacles, and then put hot water on it for about 45 minutes. It can lead to massive welts, and it's incredibly painful to humans to be stung by these Portuguese Man of War. Of course, they're most common when we have that east and southeasterly wind for a long period of time like we did a couple of weeks ago, and I think it may come back again next week. And here's one thing to remember. When they wash on shore and that sail-looking part of them comes out of the water, they die. However, they will still sting. Those tentacles will still sting you weeks after they've washed up on shore. Weeks. So to be honest, completely avoid them at all costs. Just avoid them, and you won't have to deal with that at all. And remember that purple flag. We have them along the West Coast sometimes. And talk to the lifeguards if you have any questions at all. But again, they're not normally fatal for humans, but they cause a tremendous amount of pain if you are stung. And those tentacles can sometimes wrap around you, so you're being stung, multiple times and stuff like that. But they can't help it. They're not trying to come after us.
It's just...
You drift into them, they drift into you. It's the way the winds and the currents are set up. So again, just keep an eye and don't touch them. Don't go near them, as pretty as they may be.
Okay. Thank you. Yep.